It's the Coaster Dude Talks, and today I'm just going to be reviewing some just stuff from Six Flags Magic Mountain about the roller coasters and stuff. It is the thrill capital of the world. They do have some pretty cool roller coasters, so I'll just be reviewing them. So, first one here is Apocalypse. Apocalypse is that's not a very good picture right there. But Apocalypse is a wooden coaster. It opened in 2009. I did not know that. Looks like it did open in 2009. It is 2,800 feet long. It was made by Great Coasters International Incorporated. And it is a pretty cool wooden roller coaster. As much as wooden coasters are, it is just a wooden coaster, but it is under the thrill category at their park, so it's got to be pretty cool. And that is Apocalypse. So the second one is Batman the Ride. Well, Batman is just a replica of all the other Batmans because, well, they have too many Batmans. There's a Batman at every park, and it's the same one. So this Batman is just 105 feet. It was introduced normally the same year. Around 1990 through 1995 is when all the Batmans were introduced. So this one apparently opened in 94, and the Batmans across the country through Six Flags. Now, not all Six Flags parks have Batmans. Majority of them do, though, and if a Six Flags park doesn't have a Batman, it does have an inverted coaster that is the same replica. It is the same. It goes the same ways. It's just called something else. So, yeah, that's the Batman, and it looks like it's painted blue. It's not a very good color. So, the next one is Colossus. Colossus is another dueling coaster. It is a pretty cool one, though. Now, I actually have not been to Six Flags Magic Mountain, even though I am fairly close. I do plan on someday just because of how close it is. In fact, there is a high school trip to go to Magic Mountain for a physics thing, so I'll probably take physics on purpose. But other than that, so the drop is about 130 feet, and it is a dueling coaster, but actually most of the time they only run one train because there's not that big of a line, and not that many people actually ride wooden coasters anymore. It's just, well, they do. It's just it's not that popular anymore. At least Colossus, because it's been open since, what's it say, June 1978. So it's been pretty old, and yeah. But this year it's probably gonna run two trains because they will be running it backwards. They normally run it backwards during Fright Fest, but it looks like next year they will be riding it the whole season backwards. So that would probably be a reason to go ride Colossus. I'm not sure how different it's gonna be, but they're riding it backwards. So yeah. They're going to have to derail all the trains and put them back on. But, yeah, that's about it for Colossus. And there's Daredevil. Oh, Daredevil Dive, it's just it's another one of those bungee swings. It's a bungee swing, and actually at every Six Flags park, I believe, has one. So it's not that, cool and stuff, and it does require an additional fee. So Full Throttle is kind of a bit, oh wow. Full Throttle is is the new coaster. It is the largest vertical loop. It was going to be the tallest inversion, but as soon as Six Flags told everyone that this ride was coming out, Gatekeeper was being built, and once the makers of Cedar Fair knew about it, they rose Gatekeeper another, could have been like 30, 40 feet. They rose it. This inversion goes, I think it's 150 feet, the loop. So they rose it to 170 feet to be the tallest inversion. Now, Six Flags still holds the tallest vertical loop, but it was going to be the tallest inversion. Cedar Fair did steal it for Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is now the tallest inversion in the world. So Six Flags really crapped out on that one. They should have known it was coming. They should have announced it way later when Gatekeeper had been done. I guess they would have never known that Gatekeeper was going, or the makers of Cedar Fair were going to do this, but it's a sneaky plan, so they did do it. And okay. So it is the world's tallest and fastest looping coaster, but it actually only has one loop, so yeah, that is Full Throttle. It's not a very long ride, but it does launch you 3 times, which is not a record, I don't think. I think it's a record. Well, no, it's not a record, but it's a one-of-a-kind triple launch, and one of the launches goes backwards. So, and it breaks 2 records. It's the world's tallest inverted loop, and it also has a top hat on the loop. No other coaster in the world has that. So that is Full Throttle. Full Throttle is a pretty cool ride. And this is Gold Rusher. I actually did not know this was here. Gold Rusher apparently is a tiny wooden railway coaster. You'll roar through hillsides. And that was a waste of money. No one's going to want to ride that. But anyway, Goliath's going to be a long time. Goliath is the, well, it's pretty much the tallest ride in the, no, it's actually not the tallest ride in the park. But it is one of the, it's probably one of the coolest rides, maybe? Or it's a very popular ride, I'll just say that. It is not a B&M hyper coaster. It is a twister hyper coaster, as you can see, because there are only 2 people and 2 people across in each car. With, it looks like there are 6 people in each car. And okay, so it looks like it can hold 30 people. But it is a twisted hypercoaster, so there is no B&M in it. And yeah, it stands at 255 feet. That is pretty tall. I'm not too sure if it's the tallest Goliath they have. And of course, they name every coaster at least one park Goliath. So I think they should really cut that out, because, like, why? What's so cool about Goliath? Like, at Six Flags Great America, they have the roller coaster similar to this, but they call it Raging Bull. And it's actually the same replica. It's the same replica of Goliath, but, yeah, it's the same thing. They have a Goliath in, I think it's over Kentucky. I think they have a Goliath there. And then they have one in Texas. I think it's over Texas. One of the 2, they have a replica of Goliath, and it's called Titan. So, I don't know why they do this, but, I mean, at some other parks, like Great America, they have X-Flight. Well, that's the only roller coaster that is a wing roller coaster in Six Flags. Like, and plus, like at Great Adventure, they have King Cots, the world's tallest. Well, they're the only park that got that ride. And, why should, well, I guess it's okay if I guess each park has their own unique roller coaster. I guess Great Adventure got the tallest one. Great America got the wing coaster. Actually, I don't know what this coaster got, or this park got. Probably Escape from Krypton, or Superman, Escape from Krypton, or Full Throttle. Full Throttle is probably the one, because they have Supermans all across the country. But let me get back to this. It looks like this coaster was introduced in 2000. Well, this coaster actually looks very old. Like the one at Great America, the Raging Bull, it was opened in 91, and it's in pretty good shape. This one, it's got like bird crap all over the ride. It's not that chip shape of a ride, but I guess it works. So Yeah, it's under the thrill category, and that is Goliath. Probably one of the popular rides there. And this is the Green Lantern First Flight. I think this was a stupid ride to, well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was stupid. I just probably would have said they could have included a better ride. When people heard they were having a Green Lantern, you would have thought like, oh, well, maybe they'll want a Great Adventure with the stand-up. Well, oh, they have a Riddler's Revenge, don't they? Okay, so they actually do have a stand-up ride at Magic Mountain, but you would have thought like at least another Actually, Magic Mountain has too many coasters. It's actually been announced. That's why Cedar Point. That's why people enjoy Cedar Point more. It has a lot of coasters, but it has more flat rides. Anyway, we're not talking about Cedar Point. This ride is fairly cool. It's very short. Let's see the duration. Well, it doesn't say. Normally it would say, but it looks like it's so short they won't even tell you. But it's only 107 feet tall, I think. And as much as they do flip you a lot, they actually only flip you a couple of times. Like, I think it's 2. They only flip you twice. So I would say I'd go on this ride. I just would have thought, well, they could have probably put a better ride in. And plus, you have to be in between. Well, again, okay, who's 77 inches? But, okay, you get the point. And that is Green Lantern First Flight. This is Lex Luthor Drop of Doom. Lex Luthor Drop of Doom is, well, it was the world's tallest drop ride, and now they're breaking that record and putting it into Great Adventure. So now Great Adventure gets the tallest ride. They're probably going to keep it for a long time. A very, very long time. If you can attach a drop ride to Kingda Ka, it's going to be the tallest drop ride for at least a decade. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah. So the one at Great Adventure, it's going to look the same as this, only it's going to be a lot taller. And it's going to be called the Zilimanjaro Drop of Doom. You know, that stuff. Introduction coming soon. Oh, they have not updated this website, really. But you drop 400 feet, which is pretty cool. And normally I've heard that they actually sink the drop ride into the Superman Escape from Krypton. So as the train comes up toward them, as soon as that train drops, the drop tower drops. So they're like synced in at the same time. Now normally most of the time they'll do that, but sometimes they just can't because sometimes the riders are so lame and they take too much time. So as much as they can do that, it could take up too much time. So it is pretty cool to watch, but it may take too much time. So second world's tallest drop ride. This is Ninja. Ninja is compared to Iron Dragon at Cedar Point. It's kind of the same thing, actually, but, it's an inverted, I have no idea, actually. I have no idea. It's just an inverted coaster. I've seen this kind before, and I've known what it's called, and I don't know today. I'll probably figure it out, but it is right now called Ninja, and it's some inverted coaster. It was introduced in May 1988, goes 55 miles an hour, and it's a thrill ride, I guess. I'm not very good at the small rides here. Revolution. Revolution is known to be better than Corkscrew at Cedar Point than here. It only has one inversion, but I guess people like it more. It's less, I guess it's less shaky, and riders for some reason don't like the over-the-shoulder protection. They like lap bars. Now for me, I actually more enjoy the over-the-shoulder, but I guess some more people want to feel like they're being blown out. I don't know. That's just me, but it's only a loop. It's just a loop. It's actually 90 feet high though. So looks like it was another the first loop ever built into a roller coaster. Oh. What? No, it's not. It's not the first loop ever to be built in a roller coaster. Maybe I'm wrong, but 1976, that would have seemed like it would have been made by then. I don't know. I thought Hershey Park's Super Duper Looper was actually the first. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to read more articles, I'm just saying. Alright, so the next one we have Scream. Scream is a floorless roller coaster. I love floorless roller coasters. Love all the corkscrews and stuff. And Dominator at King's Dominion is the longest floorless coaster, but I feel like this one goes longer, but it doesn't say it's the longest, so I think Dominator still has it. But I guess this one, I thought this one for a while was the longest, but Dominator, I have ridden Dominator. Dominator is a really cool ride, but this one, I guess it's not. So it is built in with how many inversions? Does it say? Inversions. No, it does not. It's built in with could be 5 inversions, I think. Could be 5, depending on if they have a Cobra roll or not. But it's 5. They have 2 corkscrews. Corkscrews are awesome. I love corkscrews. It was made by Bowler and Milbar, B&M. Oh, wow, I never noticed that. But, wow, it is B&M. How does that, oh, wow. I need to read some newspapers. But that is Scream. Scream is really cool. Oh, this one, it looks like it's just another sling, bungee cord stuff. No one really cares. This is Superman Escape from Krypton. It wasn't the world's tallest roller coaster. It is the tallest, no it's not. It's not tallest anything. But it is a reverse free fall coaster, but the train is facing the wrong way. That's all. And it shoots you up. Now it does say 415 feet, but the train does not shoot you up that high. That is just how tall the tower is. You do not actually go 415 feet in the air. You actually go 390, but still, that's almost 400 feet tall. That's still pretty impressive, but really, they promise you 415 feet, but you're actually 30 feet. You're actually losing 30 feet. But other than that, it does seem pretty cool. It is very short, but you do feel 6.5 seconds of weightlessness. It was originally named Superman something else, but now it's Escape from Krypton. Maybe it was Superman the Ultimate Flight. I don't know. This is one of the only Six Flags parks that does not have Superman the flying coaster. This one is the only park with Superman with a reverse free fall one. I think it's the only Six Flags park with a free fall roller coaster, a reverse one too. So, yeah, that is Superman Escape from Krypton. This one is Tatsu. Tatsu is the fly coaster there. Tatsu is actually a very, very famous coaster. People like it a lot. I've never ridden it, but you drop about 263 feet. Wow. And 62 miles an hour. There's a whole bunch of inversions. There's not too many, but what's cool about this ride is that it's in the trees, so you actually can't see most of the coaster. And inside the trees, there's a lot of inversions that you might have not seen. So it's really cool. And it is manufactured by, oh, it does not say. But my guess is that it was not B&M, because if it were B&M, it would be a lot better. Well, we're getting close to the end here. The Riddler's Revenge. Riddler's Revenge. It's a stand-up roller coaster. And, yeah, it's a stand-up roller coaster. One cool thing about this is that it's kind of, oh, it's B&M, first of all. B&M just makes it so much better. And, it also has sort of a kind of design, kind of like Kumba at, is it Busch Gardens? Kumba's either at Busch Gardens or SeaWorld, one of the two, but it's in Florida. Anyway, it has that same design where it's a stand-up roller coaster and it goes over the lift hill. And, yeah, it goes over the lift hill. It's really cool. I think it has 2 corkscrews. It's got like 5 inversions. And, yeah. It's about, oh, it also has an avicule loop. Oh, an avicule loop is like a loop. It's not a whole vertical loop. It's like to the side, but it is 360 degrees loop. So it is considered a loop, but it's not like straight up loop. It's kind of like it's like kind of like a vertical loop. Well, not like a vertical loop, because that is straight up and over, but this one's like to the side. So that's really cool. And 150-foot long barrel rolls. That's just twists and stuff. So yeah, this is Viper. Viper, well, I think they have a couple Vipers at Six Flags parks. Like Great America has Viper, but it's actually a wooden coaster. I think they have a couple other Vipers, but other than that, this one, I guess, is the only Viper corkscrew coaster and the only corkscrew coaster at the park. I do like corkscrew coasters, but they're very shaky and you're very cramped inside the car. It's kind of weird, but they are pretty cool. And yeah, it drops. Oh wow, it almost drops you oh, the elevation is 190 feet. It only drops you 140 feet. Okay. That was my guess, 140 feet. But it said 190 feet. I don't think there'd be loops and corkscrews in it for 190. And the last one we have is X2. X2 seems to be they say it's the best park best coaster in the park. And X2, I don't know. I don't actually like it all that much. It's just, it's a coaster, but you know, it's one of those ones where it flips you, kind of like Green Lantern. But this one is better because it takes you through more stuff. That's why I think Green Lantern is a stupid ride, because they already have X2 and it's just like it, only Green Lantern is smaller and it's lined up. So Six Flags is kind of an idiot for making Green Lantern. They should have just made another coaster. Or they could have made a flat ride coaster, but I don't know. But X2 is it was the world's first, what kind of ride? Fourth dimension ride. Fourth dimension thrill ride. It moves you, but then you move with it. So it's really cool. And you do drop about I think it says 200 feet, 20 stories. That's about 200 feet. And I'm not sure how many inversions. I'm not actually sure if there are inversions. I think there are. Yeah. And it also says it launches you. I haven't seen a POV of this coaster because I'm just not interested. It really doesn't interest me. And they say it's the biggest or the best coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain, but I actually don't think it is. Just because, well, it's a normal coaster. Well, Six Flags Magic Mountain has way too many roller coasters. They should not invest that much money into Six Flags Magic Mountain because, well, then all the other parks get boring. And actually, this part gets boring. Oh, it says X2 is temporarily closed due to maintenance. See, X2 takes a lot of, well, I had the same problem with Intimidator 305. When I went this summer to King's Dominion, the one and only ride that was closed was Intimidator 305. And I was pretty mad about it, because it's the one ride I really wanted to ride. Intimidator 305, and it's closed. But it was actually, it had been closed for that first week, and then I realized later on it had been closed for 2 months after I had just left Virginia in all. It had been closed for another 2 months. Since I'd been there, it was like another 3 months. But now Intimidator 305 is back open. I'm pretty mad about it, because, well, the one time I go and it's closed, so I'm pretty mad about it. But next time I go, I'm destined to ride it, and I need to just get there. Okay. So that's about it. That's my video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.